Welcome, boys and girls, to Lesson 4.1. I can express ratios as fractions in simplest form and determine unit rates. Make sure you have notes. Vocabulary is really important in this one because we can get some of the words mixed up, and it's really important to know what we're doing to understand the language we're using. A ratio is a comparison of two numbers or quantities by division. So a comparison of two numbers or quantities by division. So if orange paint contains 2 drops of yellow paint and 4 drops of red paint, a ratio comparing yellow to red paint can be written as follows. And there's 3 ways that you can write these. So you can write it with the word 2 in between. So we could say it's 2 to 4, 2 yellow to 4 red. Or we can use a colon, 2 to 4. You still read it 2. Or bar notation, because we know fractions show division, so 2 compared to 4. Any of those 3 ways are good ways to write a ratio, so make sure you have examples of each. So writing them in simplest form. So to express a ratio in simplest form, so what we do is show it, and I usually tend to do division. So this 3 nonfiction books out of 12 total books. So it's 3 books compared to 12 books. So those really go away. 3 over 4. These both share a factor of 3. So it's really 1 over 4. So if you can see this kind of, and I can rewrite it, it says the ratio of nonfiction books to books is 1/4 or 1 out of 4. So if I were to pick up a book on a shelf, I'd have a 1 out of 4 chance that it's a nonfiction book. Another ratio, 20 minutes of exercise to 1 hour of studying. Notice we're both in time here. So when writing ratios that compare quantities with the same kind of units, convert so that there's the same units. So we don't want minutes and hour, we want to change it to just minutes. So this is really like 20 minutes over 1 hour, but that's actually the same as 20 minutes out of 60 minutes. So we converted 1 hour to 60 minutes because those are equivalent. So then if we simplify, 20 and 60 share a factor of 20. So it's actually, we get 1 minute to 3 minutes. So the ratio of exercise to studying is 1 to 3, or 1:3. Either way is okay to write it. So let's try some of these. Check these and come back. You could pause and go forward. So we have 16 pizzas, pepperoni pizzas out of 24 total pizzas. These share a factor of 8. So then I get 2 to 12. Oh, I misjudged something. So those still have, oh, I made a mistake. Excuse me. I was dividing by 2. To 3, my bad. So 16 divided by 8 is 2. 24 divided by 8 is 3. So the ratio of pepperoni pizzas to total pizzas is 2 to 3. So 2 to 3 pizzas, or 2 to 3, represent pepperoni out of the total. 8 ounces of butter to 1 pound of flour. Okay, so notice these are both quantities in the amounts, or in the amount of flour. So what you need to know, and there's some different conversions in your book, I need to know that 1 pound is equal, 1 pound, 1 pound is the same as 16 ounces. So I'm actually going to do 8 ounces over 1 pound is the same as 8 ounces over 16 ounces. So ounces goes away, these share a factor of 8. So this simplifies to 1 to 2 is the ratio of butter to flour. So moving on to a rate. A rate is a ratio that compares two quantities with different units. So for example, $5 for 2 pounds or 130 miles in 2 hours. So you'd see those like in the grocery store, like on ads, you're going to get so many liters of soda for a certain cost, or vice versa. So that's a rate. So when there's different units, but it's still a comparison of two numbers. A unit rate is when a rate is simplified to have a denominator of 1. So I always like to call a unit rate is per 1. Units, per unit. So finding unit rate. Lloyd worked one Saturday for 6 hours and earned $40. What was Lloyd's average rate or unit rate per hour? So we want to write a rate that expresses a comparison of dollars to hours, then find the unit rate. So right now, we know that he's getting paid $40 for 6 hours of work. Well, both of these, so to find the unit rate, we want this to get to 1 hour. So to do that, we divide by 6. So you're really dividing the numerator by 6 as well. And we get 6.67 or $6.67. So that means that Lloyd earned an average of $6.67 per hour, per 1 hour. That is the unit rate. Try these. 24 tickets for 8 rides. So I did 24 tickets for 8 rides. I want the unit rate, so I want to know how much is 1 ride. So to get 8 to 1, I have to divide by 8. So I also have to divide the numerator by 8. So it's 3 tickets. So I find out that the unit rate is 3 tickets per ride. Four inches of rain to 5 hours. So I want to know how many inches per 1 hour. So I want this to be 1 hour. So I have to divide by 5. It's a division sign. 4 divided by 5, and I get 0.8 inches. So that means that my unit rate is that there's 0.8 inches of rain per 1 hour. Continuing on, comparing unit rates. So I'm going to show you all this work here, and this is also in your book. The population of Pennsylvania is about 12,300,000, and the population of Kentucky is about 4 million. If there are 19 members of the U.S. House of Representatives in Pennsylvania and 6 from Kentucky, which state does a member represent? In which state does a member represent more people? So we look at Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's rate is the number of people over the number of representatives. So their unit rate, so people per representative, we divide by the denominator for 650,000 people per 1 representative. Kentucky's rate is the number of people per representatives. Divide by the denominator to find out 67. 67. I cannot say words today. 670,000 people per 1 representative. So a member represents more people in Kentucky than Pennsylvania, since this one person has 20,000 more people than this person. Just comparing. And this is helpful when grocery shopping and deciding what's the best deal. But you have to think of money. Best deal would be the cheapest, so less amount of money. So decide which is the better buy. Explain your reasoning. So we're going to do 2 rates or 2 unit rates. So for a 17-ounce box of cereal, we want to know it's $4.89 for 17 ounces. Which is going to be $0.288. So you might just get this on your calculator as well. you might get 0.288 per 1 ounce, which we need to know is 28.8 cents or 28 cents per ounce. Whereas a 21 ounce box is $5.69 for 21 ounces. So we divide by 21 on both top and the bottom. And we get 0.271 cents per ounce, or 27.1 cents per ounce. So what we realize then is that the 21 ounce box is actually about a penny less. So the 20 ounce box is a better buy. More cereal for less cost. Less cost, I'm writing kind of crazy, per ounce. Next one, try. So we do how much for how much. So we get, do we want to do cans per, we want to do dollars per can. So we get, it's $1 for 6 cans. And so we divide by 6. And rounding that out, we are going to get about 16.7 cents per can. Whereas we're getting $1.95 we're paying for 10 cans. And if we divide by 10, remember that's what we're doing, dividing by the denominator, we get about 19.5 cents per can. So again, the 6 can deal is better because it costs less per can. You're paying less for what you're getting. This is my messy writing, but hopefully we can determine the difference between rate, ratio, and unit rate. And remember, to find the unit rate, we divide by the denominator to get per 1. See you soon.